Hi! It's Ajarn Opal here with Ajarn Chris from IELE. Today, we will spill out some secrets. Every semester, students ask us questions, same questions repeatedly. Let's hear what their questions are. I'm getting excited. I can feel that this is going to be so much fun. Shall we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's find out, okay? Let's pick the first question. Here it is. Is it expensive to live around ABAC or Thailand in general?
I gotta say that living near ABAC is generally pretty cheap, especially coming from Australia. When I first moved to Bangkok about 5 years ago, I chose a small, cheap apartment which ran me about 5,000 baht a month. Of course, you could go cheaper if you wanted, but for about 5,000 baht a month, there was an awesome swimming pool, gym, and apartments that were pretty modern. The area around ABAC has tons of restaurants to choose from as well, but the prices are pretty consistent with what you would find elsewhere in Thailand. A normal kind of meal would cost about maybe 50 to 60 baht, and I think living in Thailand is generally pretty cheap, but after all, it depends on what kind of person you are.
Agreed. Living on the campus, you will experience a wide range of pricing and quality. There's a 40 baht or a dollar noodle soup up to 100 baht or about $3 same noodle soup in the same area. The quality is quite good actually compared to what you get, so I think it's inexpensive. All right, shall we get another question?
All right, here we go. Do we need to do PowerPoint presentations?
Oh, I bet you get that question a lot.
Definitely, a million times. Firstly, yeah, you're going to be doing PowerPoint because it usually helps students feel more confident when presenting. It's a useful crutch, but there are some rules about PowerPoint, and if you take the time to watch Chris's video later, he's going to explain this in depth. Secondly, and definitely much more importantly, many of you, after you graduate, are going to be hired to do public presentations. Learning how to use the appropriate presentation software, whether it's PowerPoint, Keynote, or Prezi, is definitely going to be useful for your future employment. Let's find out.
Hi, welcome to the e-tutorial. We all have seen some presentations are better than others, and many times I've seen presentation slides that are not really effective. To be professional, not only you have to know how to speak well in your presentation, but you also need to know how to make a better PowerPoint slides. Today, I'm going to tell you some tips in making PowerPoint slides. The first tip is to follow the 6x6 rules. Have you wondered why it is called PowerPoint and not Power Sentence, nor Power Paragraphs? Exactly. It is because you need to write only points. If you write down all the things you want to say, then there's no need for the audience to listen to you. They just read everything on the slides. The 6x6 rule here means that when you create a point, try to write no more than 6 words. Now let's compare the two slides. You can see that the first one is really wordy and contains too much detail. In addition, in a presentation, there should not be more than 6 words in a slide. This is to help the audience to retain what you are presenting. So if you have more than 6, you can continue writing on the next slide. Another thing to consider is the font you use. Again, let's compare the two slides. Which one do you think is easier to read? Of course, it's the second one, especially when you are looking from afar. When you choose the fonts, choose sans serif fonts. These fonts such as Arial, Calibri, and Century Gothic do not have curves at the end of the characters, so they are easier to read. And of course, the font size matter as well. The size of the text should not be less than 20. This way, the audience can read the text clearly. Apart from the fonts, background color is another factor you have to consider. In order for the slides to be clearer, there must be a contrast between the font color and the background color. Dark backgrounds should have light colored text, and light backgrounds should have dark or bold colored text, just like in these two examples. The last thing I want to mention is inserting pictures. When you don't have much of a text in your slides, using visual elements to support your message is always a great idea. However, it doesn't mean that you can just throw some nice pictures in, but they are supposed to be strategic and relevant. Image quality also matters. All the images should be clear, especially when the slides is shown on a full screen. For example, as you can see, the clear image looks better. And when you insert more than one picture, there must be spaces in between. It helps the eyes to trace one picture after another easily. The pictures shouldn't be connected, just like this example. These are a few but important things to consider when making good PowerPoint slides. But these few things will give you confidence and make you look more professional in your presentation. Thank you all for watching.